All right, welcome to Chalk Talk. We have Coach Jason Smith, the head coach of Charlestown Middle School basketball. Coach, thanks for joining me. I do appreciate you taking some time, even though you had a busy week last week.
Thanks for having me on today, John. Appreciate
Yeah, absolutely. So listen, let's just go ahead and get out the way and tell the fans, why your voice is the way that it is right now. And, they put a lot of stress on your voice boxes, over the last week.
We had a tough week, man. I wanted to kind of, my plan all along was to get out in front of the middle school showcase. So I wanted to kind of get a game in before the middle school showcase. So we played a game on November the 30th. Then we had the middle school showcase, of course, on December the 3rd. Then, we had 3 games last week. We played Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of last week. So we got 5 games in already to get the season going. So my voice right now is just, it's bad right now. It's bad.
Hey, so you got a military background, right, Coach?
No doubt. That's my complete background, straight military.
Yeah, absolutely. So yelling is not a stranger to your voice box.
Not at all.
Oh man, well, I'm glad to have you. So big game tomorrow. But before we get there, let's talk about how last week's went for you. I know you had 4 games, and we got to cover you guys on HTS TV going against the Johnson Middle School from DC, and you guys pulled out a great win. And honestly, that was the most entertaining game all day. I was locked in, glued to the screen, all the way down in Florida.
Yeah, it was a good game. That was a good game. It was a good, great showcase, man. Great event put on by Jefferson High School, Coach Lewis. Great event, man. We just had a lot of fun. It was our second game. Real tough team, man. Real scrappy team. We just kind of had to stay with it, run our stuff, stayed with it a little bit, and was able to pull it out at the end. It was a tough game, though. Very tough game. Yeah. Second game of the year, so we were still kind of working on some things, still kind of work out some bugs, working out some kinks. But tough team, man. Tough team, very good team, man. So we was just really happy with being able to be successful down there in the showcase.
Yeah, for sure. So you had some strategizing to do down the stretch because they started pressing you guys and then they made a little run. What did you talk to the kids about during the timeouts, to let them know that, this team's going to make a run, they're going to pressure you, and, you have some trust in those guys to make sure that they take care of the ball. And a couple times, they've got, some fast break layups. Did you want them to pull the ball out and kind of run some clock, or were you like, bad shot, good shot once it went in? What was that going through your head?
I was just trying to really have a focus on being composed. Just really focus on being, under control. Getting into the middle of the press. We tell them, no matter what type of press they run, and whether they run an odd front press or even front press, there's a middle to it. Mm-hmm. So we wanted to make sure that we got the kids into the middle of the press, and then just attack it. Once we got to the middle of it, get the ball into the middle. We wanted to just really just attack it. Have them play our game. Our game is, we're never going to be one of those teams where, we're going to play teams into the 50s or 60s, 70 points. But our game is to kind of get teams into that 40s, play it underneath 40s. And kind of got them to play our style of basketball, got them to slow down. Instead of them speeding up, we kind of wanted to slow them down. I think that's what we did. Kept the score under 40. I think the most success that we're going to have this season is if we can keep teams somewhere around that 40-point range and under. If teams start scoring 50, 60 points, it's going to be tough for us to play with teams like that can score a lot of points. But if we can get guys, we feel like we can keep teams somewhere around that 35, 40-point range, we feel like we'll be in it with anybody.
It's great that you say that, because that means that you're teaching those kids half-court basketball. And half-court basketball is very, very it's important for them to learn, as they go up into the next level and into the college level. So clearly, in order to keep those teams into the 40s, and you guys are in the 40s, that means you're playing good half-court defense, and you're also running some half-court sets and stuff as well.
Well, the lineups always dictate, what you're going to do. It's middle school ball. It's not really travel ball, AAU. All you got is the enrollment in the school. Whoever's in school. So you got to work with kind of what you got. This year kind of dictated us being more of a half-court team. Last year we was a little more up-tempo. get up and down the court a little bit more, pressing up on teams. This year, we're just gonna kind of sit back, play our zone defense, play smart. We got a really high basketball IQ team this year, so we're gonna really kind of feed on our half court, half court sets. Work on our half court defense this year. Just kind of really try to cut games in half as much as we can this year.
Yeah, speaking on basketball IQ, is that something that you see from what your coaches are teaching them, or is it something that they're coming up with once they get there? I mean, basketball IQ is just one of those things that you can't. It's not around as much as we would hope to as coaches. So I mean, it seemed like you were pretty lucky to have a high basketball IQ team.
We was blessed this year. We got a couple kids that are benefiting from playing with the local team, Team Grind. Adam King doing a great job running this program, and we kind of certainly benefiting right now by having some of the kids that have played for him. Also, Chris Grant got a couple kids that played with Chris Grant over there at prime time. So we got that. And then our point guard, Xavier Gerda, he's with Takeover. He's over there with Team Takeover. He's with their top team down there in their seventh grade team division down there. So he plays high competitive basketball. He plays a lot of basketball. So his basketball IQ right now is off the charts. So we've been really benefiting from having some of the local AAU teams, having some kids that played a lot of local basketball this summer from a couple of AAU teams. So that's kind of really helped out. It's kind of really helped out a lot, especially with not being a lot of rec leagues here in Jefferson County right now. We really are counting on the coaches that are doing the AAU. So again, big props and big thank you to those guys over there with Prime Time, Team Grind, and of course, we're benefiting from having a Takeover kid. So, but basketball IQ, kids are not playing basketball like they used to be, Carl and Juwan. It's just, it's not the same.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's great, and big shout out to Adam and Chris and Team Takeover. Definitely, the local guys and Adam. I know my nephew plays with Team Grind, and a whole lot of people are playing with Team Grind, and just trying to do big things over there. So definitely shout out to him, and that's super important to keep teaching them the game in and out and get their basketball IQ up, because that'll make the game come a lot easier. So let's touch base a little bit about tomorrow. You got a big game, home game. Will this be your first home game?
It's our first. No, it's actually our second home game of the year. We had Dawson Williams in last Wednesday. So we played them our first home game. So this will be our second home game of the year. So we're looking forward to getting back home, get on the road. A lot last week. So
for sure, this will be kind of a clash of styles for you. So who can control the tempo is going to be important tomorrow, as you guys try to play this thing in the half court, and they like to get up and down and score the ball. So what are the keys to success for you tomorrow in assuring that you keep that game in the 40s and then as a half court game?
Not letting them speed us up. I think importantly, Wildwood has come into our gym the last few years and just really gave it to us pretty good. So we just really want to just be able to maintain, be composed. I think more than anything, just maintain, keep our composure, play under control. Again, control the middle, make sure we address the middle, play good, solid defense. We had Coach Brown from former Washington coach come in and help us out a couple defensive set last week. So kind of working on some different things that we may try to look at doing and tomorrow. But for the main thing, we're not going to try to do anything different than what we've been doing this year. Just play good, solid half-court defense and be patient on offense, run our sets.
Yeah, absolutely. So is your team a young team, experienced team? How many people did you lose from last year?
We brought everybody back from last year. We had a couple kids. Couple kids didn't come back. One kid decided to stick with the band. One kid, I want to say, transferred over to Wildwood. But we got a really good, solid group. This group right here went 13-3 last year. There was a really strong group. So they love playing together. They love being together. We did some things this spring. Did some things also this fall up in Frederick. So they got a nice little bond, nice little chemistry. They're playing together for a while. It's their second full year together. So looking forward to how they come out tomorrow, man. I think that for the most part, we should be prepared. I don't think that tomorrow's game is that big of a deal one way or the other. For confidence for us, I think if we can play well, it just really goes well from a confidence standpoint. But at this point in the year, the first game of the time we see them, I don't. It's a big deal, but it's really not. It's more of a big deal for the kids and more so for me because I think we're still not where we need to be at. So we're still trying to grow, still trying to work some kinks out, still trying to do some things. So we had a good start. We're 5-0 to start the year, but we still got some things to work on.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Coach, I wish you the best. We'll be there tomorrow covering it on HTS TV. I won't put any more strain on your voice. You're going to need all that tomorrow. Good luck, and let me know if you guys need anything.
Man, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate everything you guys are doing over there at Home Team Sports, man. I know our fan base over here at Charlestown, we just completely love everything you guys are doing, your coverage, everything play-by-play. So, again, I just want to thank you. And, I personally think about you personally. So, man.
Yeah, man, you got some good people over there. Yourself, my brother, Miss Reed, went to school with. So,
yes,
it's great to be able to highlight you guys.
My athletic director also, Wes Eddy, he was asking, about you and your uncle. I think he worked with your uncle over in Shepherdstown, Chucky Holmes.
Yeah.
I think he worked with him over there. So he was asking, was there any connection? So he was really looking forward to meeting you also. So he said next time you come to town, you want to kind of make sure you kind of pop by Charlestown, do a little meet and greet.
Yep.
So looking forward.
I will for sure. All right, Coach. Well, I'll let you go, and good luck tomorrow.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Appreciate
it.
Thanks.